I love this topic because, and it's been an interest, like listening to it's been really interesting for me because it's about transitioning, it's about changing, and it's about seeing who you will be, and then going towards it. And I love this topic because this is what I do, right? Like I have consciously, deliberately, and intentionally changed my life multiple times from doing things that on paper looked great. I was this very successful TV producer for ABC News for a long time, and it was fun and wonderful until it wasn't. And life happens, and I was with my then, husband, and he didn't want to have a baby, and I wanted a baby, and the marriage ended. We ended the marriage, and moved forward from there. And my life, all of a sudden, my personal life and my professional life looked completely different, but I was still living in the same reality that I had been in prior. And it didn't work any longer. And it felt awful. I felt like a failure, and I felt confused. And I was 34 at this point in my life. I mean, I was a grown-ass woman, and it was terrifying, and I was ashamed. And I was ashamed because I'd spent a lifetime, although continually people-pleasing, but living a life that looked great to other people, but not really to me. It didn't give me the power, the confidence, the pride in living my life in the way my life I live now, in the way I live my life now. And I'll tell you what I discovered as I moved through this and I changed my entire universe because it wasn't supporting my new reality. And I there's a phrase, I love it. It's if you always do what you always did, you always get what you always got. And that you don't need a spiritual awakening to make that change. So sometimes you do, sometimes it happens. I certainly did. But you don't and shouldn't need a spiritual awakening to make those big sweeping transitions. And the reason I love this topic, and I really loved what some of my fellow women thrivers are saying, is because it's to do figure out what you want to do with intention and then move towards it. And what I found early on when someone told me, well, what do you want to do? Is I had no fucking idea. Sorry for cursing. I do. I had no idea what I wanted. I knew what he wanted and she wanted and what my mom wanted and what my dad wanted and but I had no idea what I actually wanted that actually supported my life, my existence, my interests, and my reality at that point, because I was no longer like a wife trying to have a baby and a professional in television. I now was a single woman who wanted a baby, who was dating, who, was going to work at midnight and like dating and then going to work at midnight to a job you no longer love. You like it, but you no longer love it. None of it's supporting me. And I had the luxury of somebody else's midlife crisis and had my own spiritual awakening and was able to shift that into, I ended up getting into finance as an executive in finance, and I consulted, and now I consult. I ran a marathon. And the big one, Abby said it earlier, is that I became a single mom by choice. I went through 12 years of trying to have a baby, 4 years of fertility consecutively to have a baby. And I am the very proud single mom by choice of a 6-year-old at 52 years old. I say all of this not because I'm so special. I mean, I think my mom thinks I'm special, so that's cool. But it's because once you figure out what you want, not what they want, it frees up the ability to go after it. And then you can adjust. Then you can say, all right, what does what I want look like now? But the what do you want, especially for, women, working moms, it's like I'm taking care of so many other people. The idea that somebody would even ask me what I want is so foreign that I wouldn't know I wouldn't necessarily even know how to answer it until this major moment in my life. And that's what I want for you. I want you to know what you want when somebody asks you. And I want you to know this because I want you to be in the process of getting it. And that can change. You are not who you were yesterday as versus who you are today. That can be something totally outlandish or something amazing or something that actually seems sort of boring for other people. And that is just fine because it is what you want. It is who you are, and it is your life that you are serving. No people pleasing. No, I mean, they matter. Our friends and family matter, but they matter after us. And that is what I do. That is what I preach is, I want you to know what you want so you can go after it for you. You can figure out how to take what you want and make that help support the family, support your parents, support your child, but first comes first. It's you. Thank you. I appreciate it.